All right, let's get this thing going. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sam Spade Tech. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Friday. Listen, guys, the weather has been crazy around here, right? And Cooper yesterday he woke up and he had like dribbling nose. I don't know what you call it, snotty nose, right? And then today, or last night really, I was starting to get a sore throat myself. So again, with the same stuff. I don't know if it's just the change in the weather or what, but man, it's not good. It's not good. So I'm kind of feeling a little out of it. Kat also is having a little bit of issues with her throat. So yeah, it's going around again. So back on the sick train, which is not great. So I don't really have a plan for what we're going to do exactly today. I'm not feeling great, so it might be a short stream, but that's better. That's better. That makes me feel a little bit better. But anyway, who's here? Who's here? Listen, guys, I had a good friend of mine. Well, good friend. One of my good friends, Mr. Nasty. He is a mod for another one of these streamers that is on Kick, OG Grandma. I don't know if you guys have, shout out to OG Grandma. She asked me about Meld Studio, and I guess she just jumped right onto Meld Studio like right away. So she's streaming with Meld Studio, even though she doesn't really know how to use it, or doesn't really, I don't know. It's one of those things where like someone's like, oh, you should get Meld. And so she jumps on it and then doesn't really know how to use it. I'm of the opposite, what do you call it? I don't know. The opposite technique, right? I like to stick with what I know, what I'm used to, and slowly test out another system or test something out. So that way, not so much like a backup plan, but that way I know I have a system that is stable and functional and I know how to use it. I know everything about it, or for the most part. That's why I'm on OBS. OBS does everything that I need it to do. I've poked around with it for a long time, watched a ton of tutorials on it. I'm pretty well versed in OBS. So, but she jumped on Meld and then she's got questions about it. Brozilla. Hey, did you happen to get the full song? I posted it on our Discord, guys. See, these are the types of things that AI is great for, right? Because I don't know how to write a song, but I have an idea of what I want the song to be, and you play around with AI, and you got a hit right there. You got a hit. So, at any rate, how you doing, Brozilla? Yeehaw, yeehaw. We should be low latency over on YouTube as well. Strawberry! Hey, it's Strawberry Kitten. How we doing, Strawberry Kitten? Hey, did I spell? I may have spelled that wrong. And maybe your username, let me check. I gotta see, go to channel. I gotta see, it's at Strawberry Kitten. Because I did make an intro for you as well. How you doing, Strawberry? And it didn't go off, so let me check that.
Strawberry Kitten, nothing like I ever met before. Strawberry Kitten, she spells a bunch with a silent K. Oh, Strawberry Kitten, she's got that upside down way.
There it is. See, that's weird. Thank you. That's a little weird. I don't know why it didn't trigger So again, and I'm used to, we all get used to a certain thing, and so why jump ship, right? And you just, uh, so good friend of mine who's also streaming. I'm glad you like that. I'm glad you like. You want to see it again? I want to see it again. It's stupid cute. And these are the things that I think AI is perfect for. Creating stuff like this, right?
Kitten, nothing like I ever met before.
Like AI did that. I had to edit it a
She smells
little
a
bit
crunchy with the
because it
silent
was
K.
like
Ooh, strawberry kitten. She's got that upside down way.
Super simple. You can do this through entrances. A
Yeah,
simple way that you
I gotta
can do
fix
this
that.
is
I don't know
if you
why
go
it's
to
throwing up the thing here. Absolutely. And I will post that on the Discord, the actual GIF image, and I'll show you the original one too. Why don't I just show you that right now? I'll show you the original one right now. The original was just weird, so I had to edit it a little bit. Is it here? There it is. So this was the original one. It was all over the place, right? Like throws a random wave in there. I think it was because the prompt said a strawberry kitten waving, and then like at frame 6 it was like, let me throw a wave in there. Maybe they meant that type of wave. And it's just like, and AI is the wave of the future. Like what? So I cleaned it up and just, you know, just a quick little thing. So, and I'll throw this up on the Discord so you guys can see it, grab it. But this is the type of stuff AI is good for. And if you want the full song, I can put the full song up there too as well. So, and this is just my way of saying thank you to all the people who have donated and that have helped me out. So this is just my way of saying thank you, you know. So let me do that now actually. Where's my Okay. Oh, and I also added to the Discord a free games tab. So any of these companies that have free games out there, uh, it'll automatically post and show you, if you want to download some free games, you can check them out. It is. It is. AI is currently an excellent, knowledgeable toddler. And I heard a great analogy this morning because, like, all of these companies have dumped so much money into AI, thinking that it's gonna like turn into our new god and it's gonna wake up. And it's like as much stuff that I didn't set up a bunch of channels. All I do is duplicate what you already put there. So I duplicate it and then like rename it. So that way I know the permissions are the same. But I did set up like this free stuff. Like I can do enough to get it going. But let me share stuff. Okay, I'll put all that stuff in the share stuff file on Discord here. Why can't I post in here? Because I can't see the window. So yeah, like I said, I run OBS for all of my goings on. There it is. Yeah, and I understand that. Oh, Lala got back to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. I'm just reading OG Grandma's message. She got back to me.
Make it nasty, make it nasty. Pop it on the bitch. Make it nasty, make it nasty. Playing games you can't resist.
What is up, Mr. Nasty? Hey, I was just reading a message from the OG Grandma. I told her I'd take a look at Meld Studio, so I'm going to do that this morning. Take a look at it, see if we can get the multi-streaming set up. That's what I was just talking about, because that's why I run OBS Studio. I'm pretty well versed in OBS. And so here, let me show you. So this is my OBS setup, right? And it's yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, OBS is kind of the gold standard, right? So this is how I have mine set up, and I have a ton of scenes, okay? I know most people probably just have like 1 or 2, 3 scenes, whatever, and that's fine. If that works for you, great. What is good? You know, and that's great. If that works for you, cool. But I'm of the mindset where, like, just because a new thing came out, like, I don't jump ship immediately and just jump over to it, because this is what I'm used to. This is what I know. So this is, you know, I would test it out before I go ahead and jump right over to it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, like I said, you can make as many scenes as you want. Like, it's not going to hurt anything. You're only using one scene at a time, right? And then Meld had a thing where it automatically would take your scenes right here, right? That's still working? Yeah, it'll take your scenes right here, and it'll import them all into Meld Studio. But as you'll see here in a second, it does not work as advertised, because they're two completely different animals, right? One's one thing and the other is its own thing. So I just got to find it here. And right out of the box I get an error, so that's fun. Hang on. So hang on. Yeah, so I get this error when it pops up. Hang on. Let me go back. There we go. So I get this weird error when I launch it. Windows cannot access the specified device, path, or file. You may not have the appropriate permissions to access this item. But it doesn't tell me what item it's looking for. Unless it's at the top, Windows, Program, Meld Studio, da-da-da-da-da. But I can't even see it, and I can't extend this, so. And it could be, this error might be because it pulled in all of my scenes, but as you can see, it's out of the box broken, so. So again, it does take a little looking at here, because it's a completely different animal, right? So you can set it up. You can set it up to multi-stream, because a lot of streamers want to stream to TikTok. They want to stream to YouTube. They want to stream to Kick. They want to stream to, what's the other one? Twitch. Like, all these things. They want to stream to all these different platforms. And out of the box, you can select right here. This is your vertical canvas. And when you click over here, it changes your layers. So they don't call them sources, they call them layers. Or scenes, or layers. Yeah, it's your scenes. So these are my scenes, and they don't function the same as they do in OBS. And I'm getting that error again. Okay. So I can put a green screen kind of modifier on these. So it did transfer over. You got your effects and presets over here. Camo. So I can add right over here are your effects for each item that you got over here. So it looks like, yeah, it puts your scenes. Okay, your scenes are here, and then layers is actually your sources. That's what it is. Okay. I was confused there for a second. So anyway, camo. So this is my webcam, and I want to add a chroma key. Thank you. Ah, there we go. But as you can see, there's no proper clipping because on here in OBS, you can add filters to your folders. And that's where I had the actual thing clipped was on the folder. Because the gold ring right here, it was clipping everything at one point, but now it's not. So again, it's very confusing. Oh, hell no.
You have made a grave mistake.
Bye-bye. Isn't Streamlabs paywalled to do that? To do what? The other nice thing that Meld is trying to pull people away from OBS is apparently they do. Oh, you like that bomb diver? Oh, a phishing bot? Yeah, bots. Gotta love them. They're bad over on Kick. But, oh, Meld. So apparently they do the multi-streaming. Like you upload one stream to, I guess, their servers, and then they will push it out to all the other platforms, which is kind of nice. However, I don't know how to set that up yet, and I don't know. It's nice that they're trying to compete with OBS, but I'm not sure how you compete with OBS with a free product. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fully understand why they're doing it. Anywho, so I'm actually on my cam bubble here. So let's just go to a we'll go to this scene. Now, apparently, you can just grab all of these. Is the game logo on? Game logo is on, but I don't need it. So, and I don't know if any of the alerts work. Like I said, once I imported everything, everything's broken. So this is going to take me a long time to just fucking set up normally again. Because I don't even know where this fucking background is. It's probably in the camera bubble, actually. And so since nothing is clipped, none of the effects are working the same, it would take me a long time to just come in here and clean this up. So in that regards, it's a much simpler program. I don't think it would work for me, but it might work for other people. So essentially, you got your vertical canvas over here. And I guess you can just copy from here, click over here, and hit paste. And there you go. So it pastes everything over here. So that way, when you change scenes, so now this would be the vertical the vertical scene right here. Let me move that over. So this is your vertical scene over there on the right. Right here. This one is your vertical scene. But just by pasting that in here, like you can see things don't line up. So you've got to create your own vertical scene. But I went ahead and made it easy on myself for just such an occasion, because that's why I have so many scenes, because I think it was Stream Elements totally destroy. It'll just randomly delete your scenes, your vertical scenes, just willy-nilly. It's like, hey, that's a really nice vertical scene. I hope you didn't want it. Deleted it. So I went ahead and made my own scenes right here and put them underneath vertical. So I made a little section of scenes, put them in vertical, named them all vertical, etc. So this is my close-up. So all I got to do now is come in here, select all this. What the hell? Select all this, right click, copy. So now this would be my close-up. So I come up here, go up to close-up, click over here, and then paste. And now I do need to increase the size. But yeah, as you can see, I'd have to clean up even the vertical because it looks like all that stuff is broken as well. So not a huge deal, but still kinda. And it doesn't seem very easy to, okay, so I can do that. Oh God, are you serious? So I can't just select everything. Oh, they're all locked. So I have to come in here and unlock everything before I can transform it. What a pain in the ass. And I have to hover over each one just to see if it's locked. That is also a pain in the ass. They're trying though, guys. And it won't let me transform it. Cool. Yeah, hey, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Who made this thing? Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't, okay. Well, that's my guide. There we go. So I got my guide. It's not as easy as I would hope that it would be. It would take a lot of setup to recreate all your scenes. So all my scenes are fucked. I'd have to recreate all the scenes. But that's not a big deal because most people, you know, whatever. Most people have very, very simple basic scenes. As far as the import is concerned, keep trying, Meld. That if you've got a complex OBS setup or OBS scenes, don't bother. Don't even bother. So anyway, that's the vertical canvas, etc., etc. So whenever you switch between this scene, your main scenes, so now for main, I'd have to go back down to the main, bring it over. That way, that is nice. So anytime you switch, it automatically knows, you know, there's no screwing up which scene you're on. You know what I mean? That's kind of nice. But again, it's going to be a lot of work just to set up all your scenes if you've got a really complex setup. Because everything is absolutely broken. Like, completely. But, let's see here. Outputs. So let's go to the outputs, because all we got to do here, apparently, is sign in. So we can do kick. Okay, here we go. So I'm not going to type this in. This is just, you know, I'm not going to do this, but you would set up here. The only other thing that I'm not sure about is TikTok, because TikTok is very particular about how you stream to it. And I did a video on the TikTok stream key generator, and you can check that out on my channel. But I think even with this, you're gonna have to. All right, I'm gonna add that. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so right here, it's under the settings. You can just add as many as you want, and it looks like this is horizontal, horizontal, and then we're gonna add a YouTube, but we're gonna do portrait. So there you go. That's how you would do it for that. And then notice TikTok is not on here. So you have to do custom, I'm sure. And like I said, every time you stream to TikTok, you have to change your key. It's not up to me. That's just how TikTok does it. Every single time you go to stream on TikTok, you're going to have to generate a new key and paste it right in here. And so this one, make sure it's portrait. And then right here, this is what she was asking. Use VOD track. For non-Twitch platforms, use the same audio track for both live stream and VOD. So, when enabled, any tracks excluded from the VOD won't be included in your output. So that is what it is right here. So she was asking about that. So if you don't want like music to go to a certain platform right here, so tracks excluded from the VOD, right, won't be included in the output to that particular platform. So I think TikTok is okay with it. I don't know which maybe she's talking about YouTube. So we can go back and we'll go to YouTube and we'll turn off those because we don't want the music going to YouTube, right? Oh, I think I have this backwards. Yeah, so excluded from the VOD. So we don't want the VOD. My bad. So we don't want the VOD. Yeah, YouTube sucks with copyright. And I mentioned that too a while ago because what do you call it? If so that's why I've been making AI songs for everybody, because I keep getting hit with copyright sharing issues. Anytime someone comes up with their song, so it's like 15 seconds on the song, right? But they share the revenue of an entire 3.5 hour stream. So they're sharing any of my YouTube revenue because I used like 15 seconds of their song. Not even 15 seconds. And they get the entire revenue from the video. That's not fair. They should get a percentage. They should get however 15 seconds worth of percentage of that video, in my opinion, right? It should be fair, right? Just because I used 15 seconds in a 3-hour video, now all of a sudden you get half the revenue or whatever that has been decided by YouTube. Okay, so I think we got this right with the audio. So use VOD track. Any tracks that are excluded from the VOD track won't be included in your kick output. Does that make sense? So now I just got to figure out which one the VOD track is. So I haven't set that up, but again, just, you know, food for thought. If you're used to OBS, don't just immediately jump ship just because someone, you know, said that, hey, this has this feature, this has this feature. If you know, I'm like I said, I'm of the volition where like I'm gonna stick with OBS until I use it, test it, and see if I like it. You know what I mean? Which right off the bat, I don't like it because I got to recreate every single one of my scenes. A lot of scenes. So, and I think her like main concern was multi-streaming, right? Which I can do. Vertical canvas, which we got that covered, and then combined chat, which I have a plugin for that. Is it more complicated than this? Probably so. But I would have to check out and see how the chat functions, because again, TikTok is very, very, very particular about all of their streaming access and streaming platform, yada yada. It's got to have a specific new stream key every time you stream. Don't know why that is. And then the chat is funky, right? And it's nice that it combines your chat, but now how are you going to see if you don't have alerts set up? How are you going to see if, you know, anybody donates? Or there's a lot of things on TikTok in particular that like they'll come in with like galaxies and things like that. And to my knowledge, there's not a way to overlay those on either Meld or OBS, like how to overlay the galaxy. You have to be using TikTok Studio, which from my understanding is a resource hog. So, and I don't know, but so let me see, audio mixer. You had asked about this. Okay, so what kind of option? Oh, Jesus. Audio sources. That's a lot. Okay. Yeah, edit. Right here. Exclude from VOD track. So that would be how, if you have music playing in the background right here, this is what you would want to do. So for like YouTube, they're very particular about that. So for like jams, so this was one I was playing around with my jams. So I would exclude it from the VOD track. That way, multi-track recording. Well, this is music. So it looks like you could do multi-track recording. Select tracks that will record this audio. Hey! Thank you for the follow. Oh. And then you go and do that.
You have made a grave mistake.
Hey, homie. Hey, homie. You fucking banned. Bye-bye, bitch. Anywho. Sorry you guys had to see that. Anyway, this would be how you would do that, is you exclude it from the VOD track right here. And select tracks that will record this audio source, set up only if you need separate audio tracks in the recorded file. That's interesting. So this is for like if you're exporting a clip or something like that and you don't want it to record specific things, or it'll split them into different audio tracks on the file, which is kind of cool. So that's cool. So again, it does have a lot of nice features. I think it has a lot of nice features. But it would take me forever to do redo my scenes, unfortunately. Is Grandma here? Grandma, are you here? But yeah, so right here, if you want to exclude music from from your thing, you find which one it's actually doing, and you hit edit, and you say exclude from your VOD track, right? And then in the settings, where's the settings? Where the hell are the settings? Preferences. So then, yeah, and I messaged her this morning, so I'll probably just like jump on a call once I test this out. I'm not gonna set these up right now, just because I'd have to paste in my stream keys and yada yada yada. Plus, I did create a new TikTok channel for the tech channel because I had a Fortnite channel on TikTok. Didn't want to delete that because I had like 200 followers on there. Just not doing the Fortnite as much, but I made a Sam Spade Tech, and now I gotta get it set up to stream through there. So, oh, TikTok's banned in India? Well, God bless you. It's probably a good thing. Probably a good thing. Because, I don't know if you guys knew this, Israel bought TikTok. Spoiler alert, Israel bought TikTok. Yep, it's true. So anyway, when you're in the general over here, you come down here to your streaming outputs, and you can add all your multi-stream outputs. And then when you go edit here, you want it to use the VOD track, okay? So Kick uses the same audio track for both live stream and VOD. When enabled, tracks excluded from the VOD track won't be included in your Kick output, right? So that means when enabled, tracks excluded from the VOD. So that means, see, this is where I'm getting confused. Do I want this on? I'll have to test this because Kick uses the same audio for both your live stream and VOD. That's what we want. So, but then it says when enabled, tracks excluded from the VOD won't be included. So that tells me that that will take out any tracks that are excluded. So we want the opposite, I guess. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it turned out really nice. So it looks like we want the opposite because, okay, Kick uses the same audio because when enabled, tracks excluded from the VOD won't be included. And we want it included. So we want the music to go to Kick. Yeah, so I guess I have these backwards again. So that is confusing. That's a little confusing. I wish they were a little more clear on that, but that's a little confusing. So I guess you check it on when you don't want it to include all the tracks. So again, this is why I don't just jump onto the new thing, because I would get this all set up and then test it to make sure, like, okay, is my music going to YouTube or is it not, right? Because that seems a little confusing. But anyway, this is how you would set it up. And let's just say this one is for TikTok. Every single time you're going to have to come in here and paste your stream key. Is this what 2026 Mordor looks like? Just a face in a ring? I guess. Melodrama boy. I guess. It's the Lord of the Ring. something. But like I said, so if this is TikTok, Mordor a little too sassy too. That's true. My girlfriend says I'm sassy. She does. She's like, "Ooh, the sass today." So the URL should stay the same if this is TikTok, but just the way TikTok does it, every single time you're gonna have to paste in your stream key every time you go live. Not the sass. And you know what's funny? My initials are SAS. Just saying. It's like my parents knew. They're like, this mother, he's gonna be a sassy Ah! Oh, crap. I'm getting a text from Cat. Oh, he's fighting school today. That's sad. He loves school. He loves school, but we're all feeling a little under the weather. Again, we got the head cold and everything. Yeah, so TikTok is just very particular about what how you stream to it. Every single time you're gonna have to paste in your stream key. It's just how it is. I don't know. So even on Meld, I think it's probably gonna be that way. And once I get that set up, we can see how the chat functions. I don't even know if my alerts would function. Is anybody seeing my alerts over here or my Lumia? Was my Lumia working over here? I wasn't even looking. Let's see. No, it is not. I gotta add a chroma key to my Lumia. So again, just a lot of little things that if you've got them set up in OBS, they're not going to work the same, right? They're just not going to work the same. There we go. So I got to add a chroma key. Hang on. What the hell is this? Oh, it's all the... Okay, so you got your outputs here, your browser. Hang on, guys. Effects right here. So add a chroma key, even though it's like already black. I don't know what that's about. So Lumia is working, but the way I got it set up, we'll see if it... Okay. It did not like that chroma key. Okay. Well, it's going to take a lot of fiddling with, right? But at least Lumia is working. It's just not the greatest. I'll have to fiddle with it a little bit, but yeah, so I'll maybe I can jump on call with grandma and kind of explain this to her, you know, one-on-one. I think that would be the best way to do it. But from what I understand, I think we can get her set up. Mordor the Fiddler. Yeah. 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 Hey, sometimes you just gotta fiddle. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. What the hell is this? Ah, maybe this is why. Okay, so down in the corner. I bet she would. No, I'm just sorry. I had to. I bet she would. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love Lala. She's so adorable. She's like the cutest grandma. If you guys have not checked her out over on Kick, OG grandma. She's a gaming grandma. She's amazing. Uh, so down in the way corner, see this tiny little error box that you would never ever see in your life? Oh. You paying me for this? What do you mean? Uh, did you clip? Oh, you clipped it? I'll have to check if it actually clipped. Is this it?
All right, we are live, guys.
I don't think it clipped.
Microsoft
Damn.
keeps
Predictions for this year. Mr. Beast will fall. Where's he falling? Where's he going? Yeah, it doesn't look like it clipped. Yeah, I don't have that set up. I know. I had it set up through Lumia so that that it would clip it to my desktop. But I don't have the replay buffer on because I was having issues. Remember when I had that hard crash? And I thought maybe that had done it. But no, like I was saying, Meld is okay. It's okay. I like it. Kinda. It could be useful. However, way down here in this tiny little corner, review your session issues. I almost didn't even see this, but you got your missing sources in your error log all the way down here. So it's like look at all this. I got a bunch of errors and problems, and I barely even saw this. So that's kind of an issue. Meld, if you're listening, you're probably not. And it says my live camera's missing. Yeah, so anyway, this would take a long time to just go through and make sure, you know, make sure everything's connected and set up my scenes through here. What, lead with the little error bot at the bottom there? What am I leading with? Oh, okay. Yeah, and so like I said, with the multi-streaming, right? It's really easy. You just add your outputs here, right? And then you got to have the multi-stream right here. And so that's kind of probably where she's getting confused, because it's not like I was sitting here yesterday like trying to like figure out like how do I put stuff in here, and it's literally just copy paste. Right? But you'd never know that just looking on here. So it's confusing, right? But anyway, I think we're done with that for today. Yeah, and that's just because it imported my scenes from OBS automatically, and that's where all those errors are coming from. Okay, so hers probably won't say half of that, but it's like, hey, this is missing, hey, this is missing, hey, this is missing, da 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 da. And it's a lot of stuff that I used at one point. Remember Scarlet, right? I had Scarlet on there for a little while. That whole scene is missing. Scarlet was great. I miss Scarlet, but man, is it resource intensive. And he has like updated the app like crazy, and now it's even more like it's different. It's a lot different than it was when I was using it, and but it's definitely worth checking out. However, as far as streaming goes, I don't know how it would play because it's very graphics card intensive, and unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that I do is kind of graphics card intensive as far as streaming and if I'm gaming. So anyway, I'll have to look into it before I decide to implement it. But that's where a lot of those errors are coming from. Just stuff that I've put into OBS, may or may not necessarily be using it right now, but it's still there in case I decide, hey, I want to use that again. So yeah, could my OBS use some cleaning up? Probably. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But hey guys, I'm gonna take a quick break, gotta feed the cats, and then I will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back. Gotta get my other PC set up, which is fun. I think we are running Kubuntu currently. Currently running Kubuntu, so we can mess around with that. See if we can get Photoshop installed again on it. I think last time we left off, we were trying to get Photoshop up and running again. And I had, what was I gonna say? Not a theory, but like, I noticed someone was saying that they had working on Linux, like, I think it was CS6. So Photoshop used to be called CS, and they had like CS5, CS6, and then they switched to the Creative Cloud, and then they just started naming them like Photoshop 2001, 2002, you know, which makes more sense instead of CS, like the Creative Suite #6 or whatever. So, what was I saying? Yeah. So they had like portable versions of it. So I was like, how do you have portable versions, right? And then I noticed like the installer for Linux, like, yeah, it creates a, what's it called? It creates a wine kind of installer, but it seems like a lot of the interface dependencies and I don't know what a DLL is. Can anybody answer that? What the is a DLL? We can look it up, but a lot of that stuff isn't there, or it doesn't install correctly on Linux. Also, by the nature of how it runs, right? I feel like that's where a lot of the issues are coming in, because at any one time, the Creative Cloud app has to be running. Okay, thank you, Kitten. A module a program can load and use on runtime. Right. So that's what a DLL does. So it's like it pulls it in as it needs it. But I feel like there's a lot of Creative Cloud app dependencies that aren't running, and that's where a lot of these errors are coming in, because the Creative Cloud has to be running in the background for a lot of these. So I feel like it's missing a bunch of those Creative Cloud apps to tell it, hey, you know, here's this dependency, here's this dependency, here's this one, yada, yada, yada. I think that might be how it works. I don't really know. I'm just taking a stab in the dark here. But I feel like that is the problem, that the Creative Cloud app isn't running, and it's not even in the background. So when the app tries to ping the Creative Cloud app, it's not there. But I'm probably way off. Like I said, I'm just a nerd. Let's see here. What am I doing? Capture card. Give me 1 second. Open in a new window. Are we up? We're not up. That's interesting. Might have to shut her down. So yeah, I found out that, and again, with OBS, that's why I'm probably not going to jump ship, because OBS has a bunch of different features that unfortunately Meld just doesn't have, right? You know what? It was probably on, and I just needed to, yeah, that's all I needed to do. Merp. Anyway, so let me come back here. Isn't this working? Hello, right? But yeah, so I can open a projector window from OBS to a specific source, which is my, what's it called? That's right. Forgot my password. Which in this case is Kubuntu, right? My capture card. I don't think Meld can do that. Maybe it can. I don't know. Maybe it can. But anyway, I think last time we got Steam installed. No, we didn't. What the this says install Steam. Okay. All right. Ah. Sorry about that. That's right. That is right. We did install Steam installer. That's right. That's right. Yeah, the vertical stream is two displays, because directly below me is the direct feed to the capture card, and then the bottom screen is what I'm looking at. This is my main canvas, I call it. So this is actually my desktop over here. So this is my Windows PC on the bottom screen. But since I have OBS open over here, like it's weird. It's weird. I know. It's weird, but it works for me. And anyway, it's harder to see on the OBS screen over here because it's a smaller window. So over here, I can just pop it up and make it full screen so that I can actually see it a little bit better. So that's why you're seeing two different versions of it, of the same thing, essentially. But I can change it if you'd prefer that. Signing into Steam. I do like this, the sign into Steam, because if you got the Steam app on your phone, you just, oh, look at that. And I was waving it around and it captured the QR code. I was like waving it and it just automatically captured that. That's a nice feature because you can just log right in with that. All right, so we're logged in. And la batterie community. Oh yeah, and I forget. See, and this is why I paste all that stuff into the Discord, because I forget exactly how we have to do this. We have to add a non-Steam game. Now we could add Affinity because we installed Affinity. I couldn't get it to launch. So again, that's missing some dependencies, and we may have to watch a tutorial on that to see how we can get that installed. Yeah. For this, we need the handy dandy Ventoy. And I'm gonna install the 2001 version just because we know that one works, or 2020. We know that one works. And someone was saying they installed it and it kind of shit the bed on them. So I want to see how long, or 2020, excuse me. And we don't have to mount it or any of that. So open that. Oh, Goopy's home. Goopy's home. What? Okay. Hi, buddy. You okay? Everything go well?
Yeah, he was great.
Oh, I'm gonna pause this. Yeah. Okay. I'll be right back, guys. Oh, hey guys, we're back. We're back. Yeah, it's a kind of a sad day. One of Kat's old neighbors that she grew up next door to passed away, so she's going through it today. So just keep that in your thoughts and prayers. Pray for everybody. I don't know what her name was, unfortunately, but she grew up in Jacksonville and the neighbor was there, and so she knew her and she passed away, and she said she was like her dad's age, so, and she just found out, so it's rough. So yeah, sorry. So yeah, I have to copy there's a plugins folder. Is that what you're talking about? There's a plugins folder that we got to copy over. And that should be in Steam. Steam. Compatibility. Yes. Give me a new window. It's inventory. And it is this one. Just copy. Ah, you're gonna wait for another time to blackmail me. Oh, geez. I didn't know you were gonna blackmail me. Paste one folder? I guess. Yeah, that's it. So that's just the zip file open here. So that's where we need the file. Oh, and maybe if you guys could see it. So in that master collection, or yes. Yes, you did it actually clip to somewhere? So in the master collection or whatever Adobe thing, I think I am going to try to just download the Photoshop file that guy found from the Russian truck. That way, because none of these other apps are working. I don't know a way to get them working, but I mean, you could always fire up your OBS, watch the stream, and clip it for her. Just saying. So there's a plugin here, the Bleeding Edge Local. You want to copy that over into this folder. It's home.steam, Steam compatibility tools right here. And if you don't see, these are hidden folders. What is it? Control period, is it? Or no, Alt period. Yeah, so on your keyboard, press Alt period, and that will show your hidden files. And it's in Steam, Steam again, and compatibility tools. And you want to copy that folder over. So we're done with those, And then go to your library and right click this, properties. And we're just going to name this Adobe. Leave all this stuff, but you want to go to compatibility, force the use of something, and go to, and it's not in here. We're going to have to restart Steam. So we'll just change it to legacy runtime for now. Close this, we got to close this and exit Steam. Exit Steam. And then launch Steam again. I'm getting pretty good at this. Not for nothing. Too much work. Jeez. I know. I should turn my replay buffer back on. Because then it'll at least save it to my hard drive. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Go to library, and now it should be at the top because we named it Adobe. And yes, right click again, properties, and go to compatibility and change this right here, bleeding edge local. So make sure it says bleeding edge local. Close that and hit play. And it might, okay, it didn't pop up with the wine because we installed wine and a bunch of stuff the other day. So it's doing something. Have it's downloading something. Strawberry Kitten, have you tried to install download complete? I didn't need Sniper. I wanted you to actually play this. What are you doing? What? Okay, that's not right. So it downloaded Sniper. Don't know why. Bleeding Edge Local. That's what it's supposed to be on. And then we hit play. Huh. I suppose it's because I said, hey, I'm getting pretty good at this. Maybe. Yeah, you might be right. Let me close Steam. Oh, wait, something's updating. What's updating? What the hell? What are all these? All right. Should I update first? I don't know. We're gonna quit out of Steam. Yeah, something's not right here. Oh, that's nice. Okay. New window. Always update? Okay, I will do that in a second here. Files, apps, master. And so I guess we're just gonna copy this over, copy it here. Finished. Okay. I'm gonna delete this one. Yep. And then we're gonna extract this one here. So yeah, I think we did have some issues. Maybe just make sure you copy the zip file over. And then I believe we should be able to just delete this, copy it over, extract it, because something's going on. And I don't know. I think I did copy it into this one as well. So I don't know if this one's updated or not, but and if it doesn't work, we can go and try to update them all again. I'm gonna hit updates here. Do these might need a restart. We don't know. But Strawberry Kitten, have you tried to install any of this stuff? Have you tried to install Photoshop, as it were? Oh yeah, I gotta check your username because your thing didn't fire off for some reason automatically. It should have fired off with your first comment. And your username is Strawberry Kitten, right? Your username on YouTube is just Strawberry Kitten, right? Cat wants to see it. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't automatically fire off. That's so weird to me. I don't think it's case sensitive, but I'm gonna just make sure that the case is correct. And I did want to test something out. If I type it in like this, oh, like this. I want to see if this works. No, doesn't look like that worked. Give it a couple seconds. Because it says...
Try the cat.
Oh, there's the cat. Yeah, you on YouTube?
Venom
Here's
in my
some-
walking, honey on my tongue. Hush now, the trouble's only just begun. Chasing down scenes, got receipts for everyone. Heartbreaker certified, I do it just for fun.
It could just be a YouTube thing. Mr. Nasty. Slapping ass. Let's go. That's disable that. Does this have chatbot too? You want to see Strawberry Kitten?
Strawberry kitten, nothing like I ever met before. Strawberry kitten, she smells a bunch with the silent king. Oh, strawberry kitten, she's got that upside down way.
Little kitten. Didn't I hit update on this? Thought I hit update all. Thought I did this already. Weird. Yeah, so I don't know. It should trigger. It should trigger right away when you first comment. So I'm gonna have to, yet again, whenever you're streaming, something will break. Guaranteed. It always does. Doesn't matter. There's just too many moving parts, I think. There's too many moving parts. There's multi-streaming, there's overlays, there's this, there's that. Something always goes wrong. Always. Without fail. That's the only thing that won't fail, is that something will fail. All right. Steam again. Yeah, I do think that we did this last time, because I remember I was like, okay, I guess you got to copy the zip file over. Yeah, now I kind of remember this. Because we didn't really change anything. Yeah, right there. See, again, we didn't change anything. We just copied the zip file, then extracted it, and it works. Go figure. I thought one of the cats was scratching the couch. Yeah, it stinks. So again, with this installer over on Linux, that's why I'll probably just download the Photoshop installer, because you can deselect everything and then scroll on down and just select Photoshop, but it's going to install everything. Yeah, so it just installs everything for whatever reason. USB stick file system, what does that mean? Oh. Maybe? No, because we copied it. We copied it over to. We copied it over to the desktop before, and it still did the same thing. Well, no, it's exFAT. It is exFAT. Ventoy automatically will create two partitions, one EFI and one exFAT partition. Upon launching the product, you may be asked to. That's okay. So sometimes Acrobat comes up, sometimes it doesn't, but this is a pain in the ass because that's why I'm just going to download the Photoshop installer instead, because this installs everything and we can't get some of the other ones to work. So okay. None of the FATs support symlinks. You can also change Ventoy and leave a partition of data at the front of the drive, I think, for various different things. Because I did run into the issue Porteous. I think I figured out Porteous is legacy BIOS, which is why it won't run on Ventoy. That was on Ventoy's website, because I went to check all the distros that Ventoy supports, and it said Porteous was supported. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. Or just copy the files to the desktop. That's probably easier. Because, you know, I probably won't use the X4 partition that much, but yeah, so this is like, we'd have been done by now if I just had the Photoshop installer. And again, I probably won't do it today. I'm probably gonna sign off here in a little bit, just because it's one of those days. You know what I mean? It's one of those days. Kind of emotional. I'm not feeling great. Cat's not feeling great. Just a head cold. And it's so annoying because it's like sinus pressure, sinus pain, hocking the loogies. But hey, we're getting pretty good at this Adobe Creative Cloud thing, let me tell you. We're installing it on Linux. We set out what we were going to do today. We messed around with Meld. I think I got that kind of figured out. Hey, Mr. Nasty's feeling good. He says it's fucking party time. Party time. Let's go. Go. Party time, dude. Let's go. Mr. Nasty, you been on reload lately? Let's go. Let's go. So they didn't get rid of zero build, but they put zero build, they incorporated it into the regular battle royale and reload and blitz, like combined, right? Or blitz might already be zero build, but anyway, zero build is now an option on battle royale. So you select battle royale, and then you have to like go, you know, where it says squad and fill and all that. Well, now you toggle on zero build, and you toggle on ranked, and you toggle on what you want. So that's kind of cool. I like that because I was getting sick and tired of like trying to find zero build half the time. Yeah. And trying to find ranked all the time. So now it's just one battle royale, and then you can select zero build, and then you can select ranked. So there's no like battle royale zero build fucking thumbnail, you know, battle royale zero build ranked thumbnail. They're all just in one thumbnail. So that's, I'm telling you, whoever's doing the user interface for Fortnite should get a fucking award. They're really cleaning it up. You know, a lot of people gripe about it. They're bitching about it, but whoever's doing it, they have really cleaned up the user interface over there. They really have. I like it. I think that as far as UIs are concerned, they're doing all the right things. They're doing smart things. Yeah. As far as user interfaces are concerned, it looks great. You know, like being able to navigate it and find where everything is. I know there's some gripes about the emote wheel and all that, but like, and it's all literally all the things I said they should do, right? Like in the locker, just give me the fucking emote wheel so I know where the emote is going to be. They did that. And then I said with the zero build thumbnails and the ranked, like, this is so annoying. Get rid of all this shit. It should just be like a toggle that you select zero build. They fucking did that. I'm like, so obviously I know they're not listening to me because I don't stream Fortnite anymore, but like, again, these are all design things. Like whoever's over there designing it, good job. Nice work. Ka-chow. Nice work. Ka-chow. Hey guys. Koopy, we're doing hey guys. Hey guys. He runs around now and he's just like, hey guys. Hey guys. I don't know who he's talking to, but I think it's from, Cat thinks it's from me streaming, because a lot of times when I get on here, I'll go, hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to another episode of da 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 da. I think she thinks that's where he picked it up. I don't know if that's a fact or not, but pretty cute if it is. It's a fact, she says. Cat says it's a fact. Oh, and somebody farted. It was me. It was me. How did you know? Ah, now this is the hard part. Where the f is that? Trying to find the actual... Is it local? Or is it in Steam? J. Cole's new album dropped. I'm gonna sound really old right now. Who the fuck is J. Cole? Steam app. Thank you, Strawberry. Steam apps. Aha. Comp data. So this is the confusing part. It's the one with the long number. Once it's installed, you got to find where it actually is. Oh, hell yeah. Look at this. Look at this, guys.
It's instant ramen.
It's fucking ramen, but it's all dressed up. It's amazing. It's all dressed up. Is this right? Oh, here, drive C. Yeah, so finding the actual applications, crazy. Here, so it'd be in program files, Adobe. Now, the only one we know works, right? Like, we got to take a screenshot of this, because this is ridiculous right now. Like, look at all this. If you didn't know this was here, how would you find this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, I installed it. Now where the hell is it? Sorry, I'm taking a screenshot. Yeah. Yeah, I'm out of, my coffee's dry. Oh, what the hell did I just type there? 2 keyboards, not for the faint of heart, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Photoshop-o. So then you just come into Photoshop-o and hit Photoshop-o. And then when it launches, you hit Launch-o. And oh, it didn't pop up with a... Okay. So on Cache, it pops up and says, what do you want to run this with? What do you do? Eating boogers? Boogers?
Ramen on the floor, some crunchy instant ramen.
Hot diggity
There you
damn.
go.
Sudo app. Thank you, honey. Add it to Steam. Sudo app. Is it because Proton Tricks ain't installed? Oops. I wanted console. Yeah, let's do a console. Console. All right. So sudo app install Proton Tricks. Yes. Damn it. I'll get there one day. I will get there one day, Strawberry. Okay. So that's done. So now it should work. Hit launch. There it is. Proton Tricks. Okay. So I guess that's already installed in Cache. Yeah, so you want the non-Steam shortcut. Just hit the Adobe one. That way it uses the same bleeding edge local. And now it should launch without a problem. Should. We'll find out. What the hell is this? What is that? And there we go. Now, one thing I do know, guys, do not hit this. If you hit this, it's going to blow out the user interface and you will not be able to get it back. Do not press that. Create a new document. So see, a lot of the other apps launch, but once you hit new document, it crashes. Or if you, I feel like it's a lot of user interface stuff because see, like it looks a little chunky, and this font up here is not pulling in. So anyway, yeah, we'll keep it at inches 7 at 300 DPI, sure. And there we are, and we got Photoshop-o. Let's see, does this work? Oh, it does work. Aha. See, I like to put the tools over on the one side. Reported. What the? Please stand by. Don't report me, bro. I'm just doing Linux stuff. It's not pirating. This is for testing purposes only. We're just testing it. We don't even know if it's gonna work. Anyway. Yeah, see the user interface. A lot of the UI stuff, like see these little lines here, you should be able to grab that and drag it around, kind of like I did with this one, but yeah, there it goes. So this one works. And see that line? And it snaps there. This one doesn't seem to be working. I can grab it from here, though. We can do that. and then I want it in here, so it tabs it. So in that regards, that's working properly. Got your swatches, gradients, patterns. So it should have some patterns already built in. Let me see, can I just drag that in here? I can. Look at that. Okay, so that's working. That's working. Oh yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get more patches for sure. But as far as stability is concerned, I mean, it seems to be running fairly stable. Uh, Fairly stable from what I can see. Again, don't press this or you're fucked. And that sucks because you could really accidentally, like, you go to close it and you're just like, boop, you hit the wrong button and it just blows it out. And that again, that's an interface thing. I think it depends on your monitor resolution. And yeah, I guess I didn't try that. If I changed the resolution, if that would fix it, it might. It might. You want me to? All right. Oh, phew. Okay, so it did okay there. Okay, so it's working. Maybe they fixed it. I don't know. Or maybe it's resolution dependent. Oh, yeah. How do I do that? I didn't know there was a virtual desktop. How do I do that? That might, will that help launch some of the other apps, you think? Right, but what about the other apps? That's what people really want. People have been asking about After Effects and Premiere, and those are not working. How do I do that? One thing I did want to see, does the AI feature, oh, damn, only in the 2025. I might have to try installing that one later, but anyway, I can enable it in wine config, the wine prefix in comp data. What? So that folder, comp data, what do I have to do? What do I got to do here? Are we still, is the latency good? Is it still the same latency? So prefix, okay. Latency is good. What do I have to do here? Close all wine programs. You got it. Close. No. Close that. Should I close Steam too? I'll close Steam too. I don't want to fuck anything up. All right, what do we do? Internal. I need to fucking paste console over here. And I don't know why that's not there by default. So, I don't know. All capped. Equals. And then to that prefix folder. paste. And then at the end, I do space wine config or just wine config right here. Space. CFG. Still running. Oh, I thought I exited Steam. I thought I exited Steam. Should I try it again? Because I did it. Steam was still running. Try it again. Nope. Okay. Proton tricks. What do we do? Yeah, it's really good. Wine client error 0. Version mismatch. 8.6/19. It says the wine server's not upgraded. Does it need a... How do we upgrade the wine server? Let's see. This? System. Okay. Oops. This one? Do I want to create a new wine prefix or... All right. Good. Contracts. See. Got it.
We just installed it. Didn't we just install it? The long number from up there. Put a space. So do the same thing. So pro. Tricks dash C dash 1 F D space 375 18 36. Something's happening. Oh, Jesus. Nah. Yeah. Maybe that. Okay. Hold on. Do I have to hit? Okay. Oh, I thought that was. Isn't that cancel? I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah. And I'll take a look too. Like I said, I'm gonna download just Photoshop, but as well. But I do need to get I don't know. It would be nice to get a stable use case on Linux for people for what do you call it? After Effects and Premiere, because those are the two that people have been asking a lot about. Illustrator would be nice too, but we'll take what we can get, right? So yeah, let me try that. Proton Tricks, that number. Not yet. So 375 180 610 3. And then line config. Here it goes. File system ET. Oh, Jesus. Unknown file arch. What the hell just happened here? Oh, Jesus. It opened this. That's what we want, right? That's what you were looking for? All right. So what do we got here? I can't make that any bigger. Desktop integration? No. The graphics. Emulate a virtual desktop. And I think, should I make it the same size? 1900? Was it 1920 by 1080? Okay. So maybe 1900. 1,000. The fanboys went into cope mode to justify Linux. Yeah, I mean, when you have a clean Windows 11 without telemetry and without all the bullshit, it runs pretty smooth. It does. It does. Okay, so now how do I open it? Automatically capture this. Exactly. Exactly, Pat. That is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, so how do I get it to pop up? Oh, I didn't know smiley faces had booties. Wait, the spade is in the worst best spot. What do you mean? Oh, is she twerking right on it? Oh, she is. Get it. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Yeah. Baidouf. Hey, and he might be, but hey, you know, to each their own. If it works for you, that's my big thing, right? Like if it works for you, then why switch? But I enjoy trying to get things to work on something it's not intended to. You know, sometimes that can be fun. But is it going to run great? No. Are people going to use it? Yeah, they might. They might. Because there's diehard Linux fanboys out there, right, that want Photoshop and they want Premiere and they want After Effects. But in my case, no, I'm just, and again, you're not, I'm not saying troll as in like a derogatory thing or I don't know. Listen, I'm a troll. I love trolling people. But if it works for you, I'm still a diehard dual boot guy, right? I like to have Windows and mess around with Linux and figure stuff out. I don't know. Hey, you guys can fight it out, okay? But like, let's keep it civil, all right? We're allowed to have disagreements here, but again, like, Strawberry Kitten is a Linux user, and I like to dual boot. You know, I that's just the way I am. I have apps that I know work in Windows, and I use a lot of apps when I'm streaming, and a lot of those are only Windows based. So, you know, it's going to make it hard for me to switch over to Linux directly. But I do want to do like a 30-day challenge where I set up my stream and everything on Linux. I think that might be fun. Yeah, well, you're not wrong, Strawberry Kitten. You know, it's like I tell people, if you don't want to be, and I'm not saying you, Baidouf, I'm not talking about you, but I tell people, if you don't want to be called a fool, don't act like a fool. Right? You know, just saying, if you're going into all the streams talking about how Linux sucks, then people may perceive you in a certain light. That's just reality. I'm not saying you are or are not, but you know, it is what it is. Everybody's got their own opinions and their own preferences on which operating system they like. And no matter which Linux distro you pick, it's wrong, right? Someone told me that, and I'll never forget it. I think it was you, Strawberry Kid. No matter which Linux distro you pick, you're always going to be wrong. But I'm just trying to help people learn how to install Photoshop on Linux. Because a lot of people wanted that, and some of the other Adobe apps. A lot of people want it, so why not try and see what we can do? But yes, I like Windows for specific tasks, and Linux is probably better at certain tasks. I'm not a Linux user. I'm a Linux noob, so I don't know what use cases those are, but I'm sure there's a lot of things that Linux does better than Windows. It's just the way it is. Anywho, what do we got to do to open the virtual desktop? Yeah, and I will agree with you there that in the past, more so in the past, Linux kind of felt like a snobbish kind of I'm better than you just because they know how to use the terminal. But when the graphical user interface came out, both Steve Jobs and Bill Gates were like, this is the future because it makes it easy for the end user, right? Oh, so it'll show the desktop automatically when we launch it? Yeah, and I don't like that either. And I think like I said in the last stream, if 2026 is to be the year of Linux, they got to drop that snobbish bullshit, right? An operating system is an operating system, but let's just try to help, especially the new users to Linux, right? If people are tired of Windows, get them over onto Linux. But if you act like you're a better than or a snobby, people are gonna run back to Windows. They will. That's just a fact. Can I close this? Okay. Yes. All right. Should we try firing off Photoshop first? Okay, so it looks like Proton Tricks is definitely a dependency. Please don't pull on that, buddy. Oh, you're pressing that? Oh, good job, buddy. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna launch this. Just be forewarned. Cooper's over here messing with my computer, so he found the power button on the back of the computer recently. So yeah. So if I suddenly disappear, that would be why. As much as I told him not to touch that button, he still wants to touch that button. So this is something I didn't try. So if, let's say I have Photoshop open, what happens if I launch Illustrator? Oh shit. Oh yes. Scene. It's called a scene. Just say scene, because if you say overlay, then my brain gets confused because I think of OBS overlays. Now this looks like it works. Holy sheepish. But oh shoot. it didn't work. I was hoping it would work. It did not. Oh, it did. Yes, this was the problem we had. So see the user interface? The user interface is flawed, but it looks like it did open 3 yeah, I can't even see. And then when you roll over it, it kind of fixes itself here. Yeah, unusable. Do I want to save? No. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately, this is not usable. There's some sort of user interface dependency that is not working. Oh. Okay, libraries seem to be okay. Yeah. Looks all right to you. Hey, if you know the hotkeys, right? You can get to all the stuff. Oh, nope. Even the pen tool's not displaying. Nope. So it's not even working. Even the pen tool's not displaying correctly. So brush tool, yeah, it's not working. Sorry guys, Illustrator's a new goo. I thought maybe if we had Photoshop open, it might help. But Photoshop is still here, but it's not helping. Let's try Premiere. I know it's not going to work because it didn't work last time. Yeah, I don't think that worked. Nope. Sorry about it. Not working. Well, that sucks. Let's try Acrobat. Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. What was that? Hey, Acrobat seems to be working. Yeah, it does look promising. Yeah, so what I need is an image file. Here we go. Go in here. Go to the wallpapers and gems. Okay, so select some multiple files here and hit open. Yeah. So it doesn't look like it wants to do it. Lock in. Yeah. Doesn't look like it wants to drag them in, which is unfortunate because that's kind of the thing. You should be able to drag in some documents to make a PDF and it's not doing that. And I don't think I have a PDF in that folder to really look at. I have notes. I don't think I have any PDFs in here. Yeah. But that's like the primary deal is being able to use this to make PDFs, and maybe eventually they'll get there. But not today. Okay, so Acrobat oh shit. I closed the damn thing. Try again. Try again, fella. Okay. We tried After Effects. Oh yeah, and Adobe Animate, they just announced they're discontinuing Adobe Animate. See if it works. Because you'll only be able to use it for another year. Huh. Okay. Adobe Animate kind of works. Yeah, look at that. If I knew how to use it, but that's so far it looks like it kind of works. That's promising, right? There we go. Oh, that's promising. Look at that. Adobe Animate seems to work. Unfortunately, they just discontinued it. Unfortunately, none of our toolbars over here are working. So that's not good. Oh, and error, parsing properties list from memory. Okay, thanks. User interface wise, it looks sort of usable. Again, if you know the hotkeys to get to all of your tools, it probably would work. Yeah, see, P for, oh, there it is, something. So yeah, the hotkeys seem to be working. So if you can rely on just hotkeys to get to any of your tools over here, but it's having memory issues too. So, and they discontinued this app, so yeah. Animate kind of sort of works. Audition, let's try that one. I mean, we got them all installed. We may as well try them all. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to ask you about. Oh, an error occurred. So if I have Windows installed on another partition, can I access it and run those files from it? Okay, Audition does not launch. Bridge? Because
Hang on. Okay, that's not really working. Dang, that sucks. Oh, that froze. That is frozen. Shit. Yep, that's frozen big time. Gotcha. Because I was wondering if it would run better as off of the Windows drive. And we might have to find out because it looks like this just fucking froze on me. Terminate. Terminate. There it is. Okay, don't run bridge. Oh God. Okay, it just remembered what it was doing. Let's try that. Not that I think I installed it on here. I did. Okay. Now, would it run any better off of here? Let me go back. Illustrator, they always bury it fucking deep. Would it run better if I just launch it from here? Nope. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. And I was just curious if it would even launch or if it would run at all. Let's try Photoshop. Just real quick. I'm just curious. Oh. Oh. That opened for a split second. That did open for a split second. Yeah. Weird. That's interesting. Because that's installed natively to my Windows partition. So I was just curious because I read something about it. Like, since it's already installed on another drive, kind of like making it a portable application because someone said that they have Photoshop CS6 portable and that runs on Linux just fine. So, but I don't know, guys. If you have any other suggestions or something you'd like to see us try, be sure to join the Discord and check it out. Drop your comments or questions in the Discord and or suggestions, and we will try to get to them. Yeah. I also thought about doing like a open line Discord. So like having Discord open on here. Why won't this close? Close. But kind of having Discord open, like an open chat line kind of thing going on. So that's an option. Thinking about doing that. I don't know. But yeah, so Strawberry Kitten, thank you for being here. Baidoof, thank you for being here. You're still welcome here, absolutely. You know, we all have our opinions. Cat Spade, Mr. Nasty, Brazilla was here earlier. And if I missed anybody, we'll see you in the next one. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions of what you'd like to do on the next stream, hit me up. Otherwise, we'll, continue on with Microslop news and just dorking around with Linux. Well, I'll see if I can get Affinity working next time, because I think Affinity would be more stable, and then we would at least have 3 program options. So we'd have a Photoshop alternative, an Illustrator alternative, and InDesign alternative. And with those 3 programs, you can be a master at graphic design. Till next time, everybody. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.